to my YouTube channel. My name is Sharmila and I'm coming to you from Toronto, Ontario. On Ravelry you can find me as JulyChick and on Instagram as JulyChicKnits. It's been ages since I've last shot a video. I lost my knitting module at, I don't know, sometime around June, July, August, September. I did not knit at all. And yeah, let's talk about knitting mojo for a minute. I started off strong at the beginning of shutdown or lockdown, or you know, the beginning of all of us, you know, having to stay at home. I knit a lot and I was really going strong, and then I don't know what happened. I don't think it's because the weather turned warm. I don't think it was the weather, because we all, you know, still had to stay at home mostly, and I had a lot of time on my hands. But I was knitting the Weekender sweater by Andrea Mowry, and here I'll pull it out. It's here. I knit the bulk of it. So I did the front and the back, and I split for the sleeves. And so as you can see, I did quite a bit of it. I split for the sleeves, and then this is the front, and I knit the short rows. And I wasn't happy with the way the short rows turned out at all. I don't know if you can tell, but they're here, and oh, I don't know where else they are. But they're quite holy. I don't know if you can see that. But they're here, there, and here. And I don't know if it would block out or what, but I just was not happy with the way it was, and I was just wondering what to do. And I just put it down. Whoops, sorry, I just put it down, and then I never picked it up again. And my friend Judith, with whom I was knitting this with, we would meet up on FaceTime, and we'd talk about our progress and show each other our progress. She was knitting the Weekender as well. She actually finished hers, and then she turned out another Weekender in a different color, and she kept encouraging me to pick up my needles, and she kept telling me, you know, she tried to walk me through it, and she said she'd help me with my short rows, and I don't know what it was, I just did not feel like knitting at all. So I know I picked this up recently, not to knit, just to look at, and I know what I have to do. I have to rip back, undo the short rows, put in a lifeline, undo the short rows, and then knit it again. Maybe change the method which I'm using for the short rows so these holes don't show up. But you know, I really would like this done by this winter, because it looks like it'll be a really nice, warm, cozy sweater to wear. And I really love this color, this taupe color. It's this is Cascade yarns, and the color is River Rock. And I really wanted, you know, I really wanted this color in my wardrobe, this taupe color in my wardrobe. So what happened actually? So I did knit June, July, August, September, and end of September, I just on I don't know. I mean, I had yarn at home, and I had projects lined up for that yarn. But I just went to an LYS Creative Yarns, and I was wearing my Ranunculus, my gold Ranunculus, which I love. And I bought one of these yarns. This is made with Lichen Laces Marsh Mohair in the colorway Amber, and Manos Uruguay's what is it, Marina in Filigree. And I bought the Manos Uruguay from Nina at Creative Yarns, And so I went there and I was wearing the sweater and she oohed and ahed and she said, the sweater is fabulous and it came out so nice, and she was really happy to see the sweater and see me wearing the sweater. And so I just felt kind of like maybe I should just try knitting something else, you know. So knitting something else means a different project. So of course I love the Ranunculus. This was the second Ranunculus I'd knit, and I thought, you know what, I want to knit another Ranunculus. And since I love that taupe colorway so much, she helped me choose the yarns for another Ranunculus, and that's when I finally picked up the needles and knit my third, well, the third Ranunculus I knit. The first one was for my daughter, so my second Ranunculus, and it's this lovely taupe color, which is everything. I just love this. I love the Ranunculus, but I love this color, this taupe color. And this is knit out of Illimani Sabri, which is like a cotton silk merino blend, and it's held together with Fleece Artist Handmaiden, which is a Canadian yarn. The Illimani Sabri is in the Dawn colorway, and the Handmaiden is, I think, a one-of-a-kind color. So she helped me put together the colors to achieve my taupe color, and I love how it came out. The drape is fabulous. The only modifications I made to both the one I'm wearing and this one is that I knit the body longer and the ribbing longer too, probably, the twisted rib at the bottom. On this one I knit it straight, and then I decreased a little bit towards the end of the sleeve, and I made a twisted rib sleeve just like the hem. And on this one I knit it just according to pattern. I did the diagonal cuff and the I-cord bind off, and I love both sleeves. Really, both sweaters are light, airy, warm, so soft. I really love them both. So this was what brought my knitting mojo back. And so yeah, then let's talk about my works in progress. So the Weekender is a work in progress, but I'm not going to touch that for a while. What I am working on is this is a asymmetric shawl, or asymmetric scarf rather. This is for my daughter's friend, who's a beginner knitter. She's 13, and she's knit in the past with chunky weight yarn, and she's made herself like this chunky scarf, and she really wanted to knit. I have two asymmetric scarves that I've knit. It's a pattern by Nina at Creative Yarns. I don't think it's on Ravelry, but if you buy yarn at her store, then she provides the pattern for free. So she really liked those scarves, and so I took her there, and Nina was trying to steer us in a more heavier yarn, or like a thicker yarn, but of course she fell in love with this this yarn. It's a fingering weight yarn, and it's Loghouse Cottage yarn by, yeah, Loghouse Cottage yarn. It's the squishy sock in coral speckle on white, and it's just really, it's coming out so fun. I can't tell you how fun this is to knit. It's a really mindless knit. It's a garter stitch scarf, and so the fingering weight was too difficult for her to knit with, so I took over. I started over, and she wanted me to do it for her, so I'm gladly doing it for her, and it's just a really fun knit. And let's see, my second whip, I have 3 current whips that I'm working on, and usually I am a monogamous knitter, but you know, I just thought I just want to knit what I want to knit. So for now anyways. So my second whip is, the pattern is the Second Avenue wrap by Amy Miller, and it's a fingering weight wrap. Again, it's the second time I've knit this pattern. I knit a Second Avenue scarf for my daughter. It's more skinny, but I wanted a wrap for myself, and I was hoarding all this fingering weight yarn, deciding what to do with it. So I decided to do this scarf. And these two yarns are by Canadian dyer, NBK yarns, Northbound knitting yarns. Northbound knitting, yeah. Yeah, Northbound knitting yarns. These two, and this one is by another fingering weight yarn by Feisty Fibres, which is also Canadian dyer. And I have a couple of these fun minis by Primrose yarns. This one is called Short Skirt Long Jacket, and as you can see, it has the purple speckles and it has a bunch of this kind of neon green, so I think that'll be fun in there. And this is how much progress I've made. It's on 3.5mm needles, fingering weight. This is going to take a while, so I'm not in a rush, and it's going to be a nice wide wrap for myself. There's my rugby stripe, my first or second rugby stripe, and yeah, that's for me. And I have one more whip. So this whip is actually, this is the third time. I know I seem to do this where I repeat the patterns that I've chosen. I keep making them, and that's because I like the projects that I mean, once I see the finished project, I want to knit it again. This is a hat. It's the Taconite hat. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a really, it's, I guess, a faux cable. It's a really nice pattern. So I knit two of these. It's on my Instagram. It's called the Taconite hat by the designers Virginia Sattler-Reimer. And it's a really new pattern. I think she just released it quite recently. And I'm knitting it in Malabrigo Rios in their Paris Night colorway, which is like a dark blue tonal. And it's kind of like denim, like a dark denim wash. It's got different blues in it and like little specks of like white or light blue. And I knit one of these for my daughter's cohort teacher, and he loved it. He loved it. And I knit another one for my son's guidance counselor. He said he liked it. I don't know him, so I just sent it like I sent it. I don't know what his head is like, how big his head is, or anything like that. So I just took a chance. It is a pretty stretchy pattern. And it's meant for a male head, so hopefully it fit him. And my brother saw it on my Instagram and he was like, I want. So this one is going to be for my brother. And one skein of the Malabrigo Rios was enough for one hat and maybe half of another hat. So I'm really hoping, this was the second skein and the third hat, so I'm hoping it'll be enough for the third hat. I'm hoping I don't have to buy another skein for this, but if I do, that's fine. I can just knit another hat. It's a really lovely yarn too. It's so squishy. I did block the hat when I made it. I blocked it, and it came out so big after I washed it, after I blocked it, that when it was still damp, I put it in the dryer and on high heat, and it shrunk down to size. So I was really relieved. It didn't felt or anything. It's a super wash yarn. and it just plumped up really nicely after blocking. So that's all my whips, and let's see now. I've got a couple of, well, I've showed you already my FO, this one and the other Ranunculus. I knit this again early on in the shutdown. I knit this hat. It's a very generous free pattern by Haldora J on Ravelry. It's the Violet Waffles hat. Again, this is knit in Malabrigo Arroyo, which is a sport weight yarn. Sorry, I didn't mention the Malabrigo Rios is a worsted weight yarn, and the Taconite is a worsted weight pattern. So this one is a sport weight yarn, and this was the colorway Diana, and one skein yielded 2 hats. So this one is for myself, and I knit the other one for my friend for her birthday, and here's a picture. I'll insert a picture of my gorgeous friend modeling the hat. She loved it, I'm happy to say. And as you can see, the colors, there's so many different colors in here. They really go with everything. It goes with everything. It's the perfect hat for the days when you need a hat. You know, when your hair is just not cooperating. So that's it for my FOs. It would be great if you could check out my friend Judith's Instagram. Her handle is Judith in the City, and she's an amazing knitter. I think during the last 6 months, she's churned out 5 sweaters, I think. She's just an amazing knitter. She does all sorts of art, and she also is an amazing baker. During the lockdown, she taught me over FaceTime, she taught me how to make challah, and she taught me everything. She taught me how to, you know, knead the bread and knead the dough and braid it, and it came out really good. Not as good as Judith's, but it was really good. I was really happy with it. It was a lot of work though. I think I only did it twice, and then I said, I cannot eat any more bread because I've gained far too much weight during COVID. But yeah, check her out on Instagram. We actually, her and I used to knit together a lot pre-COVID. And that turned into like, it turned into inviting a few other people, and then before you knew it, I had a monthly Stitch and Bitch going, which I hosted in my home here in Toronto, and it was just a fabulous group of ladies, and we'd get together every month, and we'd knit and shoot the shit, and other people would bring other, you know, not all knitting, but someone was beading, or someone made a wreath once, or Christmas wreath once when she was here, and it was just a lot of fun. And I really miss seeing all the ladies around my kitchen table, and but I'm really, you know, I've got my fingers crossed that a safe and effective vaccine will be ready soon, and we'll all be able to be together again. So hope you enjoyed this. Happy knitting. Bye. I totally forgot I received my Pom Pom magazine in the mail today, and I'm so excited to open it. I thought I'd share it with all of you. Here it is in this lovely Pom Pom packaging. It's wrapped so pretty. And wow. I love it. I can't wait to get into this. Oh, I can't wait. There's Lola Bean Yarn, Adela. There's Bean too. She looks so fabulous. Oh, I really think there's Justin Kim and these lovely La Bien-Aimée sweaters. Oh, I can't wait to get into this. Thank you. Thanks for watching.